Oh yeah, look at that. E-trailer. Hopefully whoever dropped it off took a drink. Anyways, it is probably that time to thank our sponsor for today's video, E-trailer. So let's get this open up and see what we got. All right, quick shout out to today's sponsor, eTrailer.com, who partnered with us on this awesome upgrade, the Lend a Hand Banister RV Rail. This handrail makes getting up and down entryway steps so much easier and safer, especially if you're hauling gear or just trying not to wipe out before your morning coffee. Just ask me how I know. But here's what makes eTrailer stand out and why I love working with them. Their company is full of enthusiasts, people who camp, tow, wrench, and RV just like we do. So when you call them, yes, you can actually call them, you're talking to someone who gets it. And speaking of calling, their US-based customer service is also available 7 days a week. They're around when you probably need them most, like when you're knee-deep in an install on a Sunday afternoon. And here's the cool part. eTrailer gets their hands on every product they carry. They test, review, and make install videos so you're not flying blind when you're about to spend your hard-earned money. That's how I learned about this handrail in the first place. Whether it's towing, roof rack, suspension upgrades, ladder add-ons, handrail upgrades like this one, eTrailer is about helping you find the right solution the first time. So another big thanks to eTrailer for making upgrades like this simple and stress-free. Check out the link below and grab your Lend a Hand Banister RV rail, and be sure to hit up eTrailer.com for whatever your rig needs next. Let them know Roman with the Yazzies sent you. All right. Thank you again, E-trailer. Okay, so this is it's gonna be our gooseneck ball, our kit that we need to swap out our fifth wheel hitch to a goose ball hitch, and I gotta get a kingpin still, so that's gonna be in the next couple of videos, but it's always good to get that, so let's get that going here. Welcome back, and on this episode of Rumming with the Yazzies, we're gonna install a new handle here. All right, let's get into it. We are going to do this Lend a Hand Banister Rail. This, you guys, was provided by today's sponsors of the video, E-trailer. So head on over to E-trailer, take a look and see what they got. This will be in their store. I'll post a link in the description down below. But basically what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna try to remove this guy here and put this one on here. Why, you may ask? Well, this is pretty high up here, and we want to make sure that when the kids are coming in and out of the trailer, this new rail should come down here a little bit lower, and that way they can grab onto it when they get in and out of the trailer. We've had some pretty close calls, nothing too major, but yeah, if we can avoid anything happening, let's do it. Why not, right? So let's break this open and make sure this is actually going to work and fit what we're looking for. So anyways, what we're going to do here, let's crack this open here and make sure it's going to fit what we're looking to do. One thing I don't normally do, but I'm gonna do this time, is actually read the installation instructions here and see what we need. So let's go see if this is gonna line up and hit and get where we need it to go. Because if not, then I'm not gonna make the video. Okay, so it will theoretically line up for what we're looking for. So right here down to here, but it says it needs to be into hardwood area or hard area. So let's see what's up under here. Ah, that scared me really bad. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, there's nothing up under here except for a bracket there. So depending on where it is, we could probably put a backer on there. Yeah, we might have to put a backer and go from there, because yeah, it's gonna be pretty, let me figure all this out here. Okay, so one of two things. I may have gotten the wrong size for what we're looking to do. I think this is the biggest one that they have, and I may have gotten the wrong one. This is 50 inch. I probably could have gone under, right around 40. So with that being said, the bracket area is not quite lining up. So I can line it up here, but down here it's off. I think they want this more so around the floor entryway of the door because you're gonna be able to screw into something more solid, kind of like here. So as I mentioned before, I think I can drill holes into the side here, and then I could put a backer underneath there. I don't want to do just regular wood because, you know, a 2x4 is going to rot, and this just might be too thin to leave it by itself and just put on a nut and a bolt. So I'm just trying to think here. I could always return it and get another one and get the smaller one, but my instincts are saying just grip and rip. What would you do at this particular moment? Drop a comment down below. Would you get the right size that fits right here? Or since you already have it, would you just modify it the best you can to make it work? I think I'm just gonna modify and work with what I got. All right, so I don't know if I'm using the right stuff. I'm using ProFlex RV flexible sealant. I don't know if that's the right one, but that's what we're gonna use on these little holes that are already there. Okay, so I think that went pretty well. You heard me kind of drill in there. It sounds like it's pretty solid. This thing is really big, so it is a little bit shaky. Right now, until I get it in there. So what I'll do now is I think I'll do a couple of pilot holes right here and then just see where we're at underneath. Because like I said, we're gonna be underneath there. I think what I'll do temporarily is get some blocking back there just to hold it on there for now. And then eventually I'll swap it out to maybe something a little bit more rot resistant, since I only have little pieces of 2x4 right now. Sounds good to me. Anyways, I gotta go find some wood, so I'll be back. So as I mentioned, I don't have pressure treated wood currently right now, so this is something I can do later on. It should be pretty easy to do. What's important to remember is that I am showing you how I did this. This is not a how-to, so don't hold me liable for anything that may happen to your rig if you use how I'm doing it. Again, this is how I do it. I'm not a professional. This is just the way I'm getting it done. So use the right tools, use the right equipment. Just remember that this is how I do it, not how-to video. All right, so I got that back. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna mark the holes. Okay, that's not gonna work under there. All right, let me see if I can get up under there and show you what I'm working with. This side wall here is extremely thin. So, I mean, we don't put a lot of pressure on it anyways. It's more so, again, like I said, gonna be for the kids. But what I'm working with under here is, I have, where are we at? Yeah, here we go. So I got this to contend with. There's a little piece of frame, and then one right here too. So I don't know what to do because my wood blocking is gonna hit right here. I guess we could put it over here on this side, right? That might work for now. And then I could put something over here. Okay, so I got that screwed in there. It feels relatively pretty solid. So a couple of things to consider when purchasing this is that even if I had the right size of this overall right here, it would have came up to here. And so with the slide closing right here, I don't know if that would have fit and worked because this whole thing right here is gonna be wider than that. So please keep that into consideration when you're doing that. Watch out for this. I'm gonna probably put some bolts onto here because I don't have something that will fit up underneath there. So I'm gonna have to probably put some nuts and bolts right there and then screw it in on the other side to make that work. All right, so as you see, we were super close, and apparently somebody hates me, so that's okay. All right, so I put some nuts and bolts back there in the back, so I mean, it's pretty freaking solid, actually. I mean, overall, this is for the kids, 50 pounds at most. In case something happens, they have this option to grab the handle. It's not really for the adults. So let's see how this works. So this is all the way in right now. Just pop this little pin out, slide this out somewhere here. This comes all the way out here. It looks like I need another pin for this guy. So I need another pin for this one. Why is this not? I'm so confused. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I mean, overall, this is pretty solid. Look how far out this comes. Let's pull the steps out real quick here. So as you see, we try to put this bar here, a bar here, everywhere so the kids can grab when they're walking in and out. But let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. So coming in and out, look at this. They have a whole, that's actually really, really good, really nice. So overall, the time it took me to install it, I'd say about 45 minutes. That was just because I also didn't know exactly where I was putting it, how I was lining it up. Ease of installation, I would say probably 2 out of 5. So with any basic knowledge, you can do this, basic tools. Really all it took me was an impact, Phillips to pull it out and then pop it back in. Yeah, I mean, super simple, easy, highly recommended. And I mean, the safety that this is gonna give me and the family is gonna be top notch as well, just for them getting in and out. So overall, I would absolutely buy this again and highly recommended. So again, please head over to eTrailer.com. Check out all their supplies that they have there. I'm actually going to link this one down in the bottom in the description as well. I'll pin it on there. I may get a little compensation if you purchase through that link. Other than that, sponsored by eTrailer, please go visit them. And until next time, actually, you know what? I just got a package and we're going to move on to the next project. So check out the next video for something else that's going to be pretty cool. All right, thanks a lot. All right, guys, we're back again. So it's been about 2 weeks since we've installed our handrail here. We've been on the road for the last 2 weeks. And though it is a little bit wobbly, like I mentioned before, just because I put it right down on here where it's has a little bit of flex to it, we reinforced it back here with some 2x4. Still a little wobbly. Wasn't really meant for the adults. It's more meant for baby girl getting up and down and in and out. So ever since we did that, she has not had any issues. She can go up and down by herself now. She's more confident entering and exiting the RV. So overall, well worth the purchase. Thanks again, eTrailer.